Welcome back, everybody. It's your Gleeful Gamer here, playing in round 8 of the Kilpie Open Tournament. Settings for this round are Britannia Advanced Map, World Domination Game, Blizzards are off, Fog is on, Portals are unstable, Auto Placement, Progressive Cards, Expert AI, 60-second turns, Alliances are off, Bots are automated, we don't have any bots in this game, and then Balance, Blitz, Dice. So I was happy to make it to round 8. Need a really good game to make it to round 9. We're going to do our best. I don't hate my position here to start. I wish I had something on the left side of the map here, right? So that's going to be my first priority is migrating some material to be in the Ireland continent so that I have at least some visibility there. I assume this one is going to get hit. This 3, this 2, this 4, this 3, and this 2 should survive. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this 2, I'll hit the 1 here. Okay, I won't. Yellow hits it, so I'll hit yellow's 1 here instead. I still need to prioritize getting something into Ireland, right? I'm in the third position here. Don't hate that. Don't love it. Third position is one of my least favorite positions because you're not first or second, but then you don't get the added troops of fourth, fifth, or sixth. It's fine for progressive. It's not a huge trade-in. It's not the worst trade-in. So we'll just roll with it like that. Yep, as predicted, I lose that 1 stack. And is that all red's gonna do? It should be. Generally, people playing smart and just taking 1 card, right? Just hitting 1 troop, taking 1 card. Yeah, so you see here, I add there and I hit that yellow 1. So you might notice here, and I lose a troop, of course, because why not, right? And then I fortify the 2 into the 3. So now I've got effectively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. That's not bad. I like 5 positions on this map. If I can get a 6th later on, I will. You might notice I'm basically doing a voiceover to this. The reason being my game was at 5 a.m. my time. My wife was sleeping behind me, and I was exhausted, so I wasn't about to turn the camera on, turn the lights on, wake her up, talk while playing. No, so I just hunkered down. I played the game, recorded the gameplay, and then later on in the afternoon here, I'm doing the voiceover, give you guys my commentary. It's still fresh enough in my mind. It's the same day. It's fresh enough in my mind that I remember what I was thinking for most of the game here. So it's almost as if it's live, but obviously not live. So we're seeing everybody just position. So one thing you'll notice here is I really prioritize stacking on this territory. And that's because I'm dumb, right? So I was under the impression for the first 15 minutes of this game that this orange 4 only connected through my 4. I didn't realize that it connects through this territory. So I thought I had a kill guard on orange here. I really did. I swear to you, I thought I had a kill guard on orange. I thought I was so clever. I was like, cool, I'm gonna hold on to this kill guard. It's gonna be great. Um, it's okay. You'll see what happened. It all that happened is it didn't become impactful, right? I thought it was gonna be impactful, like, oh, somebody's gonna feed the orange kill to me, and I'm gonna get, You'll see what happens. No big deal. You'll notice I keep stacking on that territory, and that's why. Just a little, you know, hint into what I'm looking at. So we're now on the second turn, and you'll see here red making an attack. And then I forget what I'm going to do this turn. I forget what I'm going to do, to be honest. I might hit with this 4, I'm not sure. We don't really see anything that red does on their turn. Everybody's getting their second card, and that's going fine. So I hit the yellow 1 just to take an easy card. I add to this position because I want to make sure I keep that position in Ireland. And as 1s open up, I'll move it westward just to gain better visibility. By hitting that 1, I see a little bit more of the board temporarily. Obviously, that 1's going to get hit again, and I'm hunkering down here. No big deal. See black just taking a card. The first few minutes here are, I'll say, relatively dull with folks just taking cards and passing, but it's important to watch and get the setup and try to get an idea of where people are. So I know orange has a big stack here, stack over here. Um, so they've probably got a stack in a couple other places, likely one in Ireland, and then maybe one down here or up here. Not 100% sure. And then what do we see ET do? White is ET in this game, so shout out to ET. If you like to check out his content ever. So we see that black's move does open up a 1 here for me. So if that doesn't get hit next turn, I'm definitely going to hit it. One reason being it gets me more west into Ireland. The other reason being it gets me onto a portal, right? So that's great. We would love getting onto a portal here. See yellow come out of that pocket. No big deal there. They actually split. So yellow's got like 2, 3 stacks here, right? Trying to occupy some space, I suppose. Different trains of thought here. Some people like to occupy space. Some people just like to have singular stacks. I think on a map like this, it's going to be hard to get up to like 12 territories anyway, even if you're trying to occupy space. So it's probably not going to buy you much. One thing that's tricky with, for me especially, I don't play the most amount of fog games. I should probably play them more. And especially fog games where the bonuses are non-impactful. So like in this game where there's only 4 bonuses and they're all huge, so nobody's ever going to hold a bonus. It's really hard to suss out where everybody is. And so what that turns into is general anxiety. So you can see me adding to that position up there again to make sure, hey, make sure I hold this orange kill guard. That's not a kill guard, right? But, oh well, silly me. So like I said, I hit that territory there. And then we see, okay, orange does have another stack here. Great. So I'm feeling pretty good that I can see most of orange right now, right? We've got 1 stack in Ireland, 1 stack up here, here. So we see 4 of orange's stacks. It's likely they have a 5th, right? Because they probably have a similar troop count to me. So it's likely they have a 5th stack that's like a 4 or 5 somewhere. And they have around 25 troops. So that's just something we'll keep an eye on. But yeah, what was I saying? What was I saying? Totally lost it. Oh, talking about fog. Yeah, so how that translates to me with fog games, when I can't feel 100% confident that I know where everything of somebody is I get really like gun shy with going for kills. If you guys watch me other content, you'll know I'm generally very aggressive. But with fog games, I've shot myself in the foot too many times where I go and I feed a kill. Um, and because I didn't see like somebody's last stack, and it just craters my game, right? So um, we'll see as this develops, but you'll probably notice that I'm playing that as it gets deeper that I play a little more hesitant than you're probably used to seeing me play. But such is life, right? You gotta adapt and play, and I should probably play more fog games and get used to it. What you will see too with these settings, and I've noticed this with some other folks who have played their round 8 games already, is it seems to come down, and this is my thought coming in, and this was out. Honestly, my game plan in this game was wait until somebody screws up and feeds a kill. Like that was honestly my strategy, because that's what every practice game I've watched. I didn't play any practice games for this. I just didn't have time, but I watched a couple just before bed, laying in bed watching it, and every single one ended with somebody feeding a kill. The next person in the turn order gets that kill and just runs rampant on the board, right? That's that is what happens. And so that was my game plan. That was sort of my strategy. Let's wait, be patient, not get too overzealous. We see another red stack there. We see if somebody feeds us a kill. That was the thought. But I'm happy with my position here. Sitting on 26 troops. Nobody's gonna try to eat me. Have 4 cards. Um, and we're just rolling. We're just rolling. And then everybody's taking cards, passing, no big deal, no stress. Black hits twice there. Black hit twice and I wasn't really sure why, but maybe to see the orange 4 there, which I still to this point did not realize that they could see, right? So silly me. I don't think that was really like a critical error for my game. I still like this territory up here. It's still a good territory, even though it's not a kill guard. I guess with blizzards it could be a kill guard, but yeah, it's not a huge deal. And we'll see white take their fourth card here, and you can see white is prioritizing holding this position. This position sees a bunch of the map here. It sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 territories. So the fact that ET snagged that territory gives him great visibility as to what's going on in the entire south of the map. So that's a huge position for him to get. Rather than like see this spot, I only see 2 territories from there. Now granted, it's a nice hidey corner where nobody else can see you too, right? Like you sit here, yeah, you can see everything, everyone else can see you too. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You kind of want to take it and hold it with a big stack if you're confident that you're not going to get eaten. Okay, so we'll see yellow take a card. Good stuff. Great, great, great. They move on to the portal so that next turn when the portals are open and they set, they can relocate or something of the sort. And then we see a big moment here. So red skips, you'll notice, right? Red skips, which is a silly play here. And we talked about this in the chat after the game, telling red that that was a bad play. So you see me start to thinking, and then you see me use the really emote. Wait for it, wait for it. Not yet. I'll do it. I go, really? Really? You're skipping, dude? Because the reality is skipping makes sense if you are in an overwhelmingly strong position, so you can afford to skip and nobody else can afford to skip. But with these settings, nobody's been holding bonuses, nobody's been getting extra troops. So all red does is delay the turn order here. Yeah, and black says yawn. You know, everybody's like, come on, dude, we all noticed you, right? Red's hoping that we're idiots and we don't notice him, I guess, right? Because there's no reason for the rest of us not to skip because it's not like red is much, much stronger than everybody else. And I did have a set on 4, so I'm not even concerned about skipping. Because even if I'm desperate and need it, yeah, and black says really too, right? So even if I'm desperate and I need that set next turn, I have it. So you'll see orange will skip here too, right? So everybody's skipping, skipping, skipping. White does something interesting here. You'll see white actually takes a card. I suspect that's because white didn't want to be sitting on 5 cards when we started getting a little bit bigger trades, so white wanted to be able to set early. Um, we'll see how that pans out for them, but yeah, white being the one to not skip, and obviously yellow didn't skip because red being in the second position started the skip train. So we were all kind of mad at, and white attacks a few times, right? White attacks a few times, which is interesting. I think just trying to get visibility. But yeah, we were all kind of mad at Red after the game, like, dude, why'd you skip? He admitted, he said, look, I'm still learning. He said he's a pretty new player. He says, I'm still learning when the right time to skip and not skip is. So we kind of all just talked about it and explained, yeah, like this wasn't the situation for it, and it's all good. Um, it didn't really, like what I'll say about this skip, you'll see as we go, didn't really substantially impact the game, in my opinion. Some of my playing partners had the opinion that it did, but I didn't think so. So we'll see how it develops. But um, yellow just takes a card. They've just got slightly bigger stacks now because they have the 4 trade. Red's name is Red too, which was kind of funny to me. It was kind of funny. I was bummed he joined the lobby before me and got red because I kind of wanted to just snag the red color from him. So he would be like, his name would be red, but his color would be like green or whatever. But that's just me being an adult infant. So I get my 3 cards, and you'll see what I do here is I go, hey, I don't have any visibility up here, and I've got a nice portal. So let me hit. and split. And then I'll have two 4 stacks, and black sees that and they go, nice, well played. They recognize that that's a smart play because now I've got 6 positions, right? So now I'm extremely hard to kill. Nobody sees where all of me is. I've got 6 positions here opened up. They're all 4 5s or 6s. And I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna get, at worst, I'll get the 10 trade. Basically, I got upgraded to the 10 trade from the 8 trade because white didn't skip, right? So I'm pretty happy with my position still. Still a fair amount of the board that I can't see, but I can deduce it based on what I know from early in the game. So I know orange is here. I know orange is here. Still keeping an eye on orange, because orange is the one I have best visibility on. So orange is the one I feel most comfortable going for. But definitely not going to go for somebody with the first set, right? First set's only 10. I'm not going to hit somebody who's got 30 troops just for like a 12 trade, even if they're on 5 cards. See, orange takes a card, fortifies in. See what white does here. White adds most of their stuff to that territory. I see that, hey, I got a +2 on that territory that I just took. So I was super pumped about that. I was like, cool, 2 extra troops, right? For free. I didn't even try to do it. Just like happenstance. Bonus, like, oh, cool, took that territory and I have the +2 on it. Wonderful. So white leaves that topmost territory now, which I thought was very interesting, right? They leave it and they don't fortify back up into it. So now this is a 1. What I really should have done is hit that 1 next turn. Then I get to see what's going on here a little bit more. But you'll see, obviously, I did not. See what yellow does. Yellow obviously doesn't set again. Getting the 4, then the 8 trade. No, no, no. They're going to wait. They're going to wait. The tension is rising right now. At least from my perspective, when I was playing this game, the tension was rising. I was like, all right, somebody's going to go for something, right? Somebody's going to go for something. It wasn't going to be me. It's like I said, don't have a lot of confidence in the fog with these settings. But I just felt like somebody was going to go for something. So we see red add a lot in Ireland, right? And I'm thinking, what are they adding there for? Like, who's back there that they're trying to hit, right? And they attack 2 times. They pull that 3 into their other 3 on the portal. So now they got a 5 stack on a portal for when the portals are active next turn. That's good. I get the 10 trade, and I'm happy with that. We end up with some like 8s and 7 stacks and stuff. I kind of did my math wrong, so I didn't add evenly across the board, but we'll end up with 8s and 7s. And I'm going to attack off of the 8, if I recall. Yep, and hit this 1, so that I'll be set up on a portal for next turn. So that, the portals are twofold, right? They give you good visibility to other parts of the map, and they also obviously let you make some attacks. So, it's 2 reasons why the portals are really solid. So black sets get the 12. And just positioning. Black's just positioning. There's still a lot of this board we don't see. We don't see this whole corner pocket where a lot of people could be hiding. We don't see this whole corner. We don't see this whole area up here. I'm really starting to get frustrated with where my game's at, with what I'm able and unable to see, right? Like I said, it just makes me way more hesitant to make kills. But again, my strategy was just wait until somebody feeds and then clean up the mess, right? And hopefully I see that last piece of the puzzle that they didn't, because chances are if they didn't see something, I do. Or if they do see something, I don't. So we see orange set, gets the 15 from the 5th position, so good for them. And then we're all sitting on 3 cards, except yellow and white are going to be sitting on 4 cards, which is nice for them to have that extra card. Gives them a better chance of having that set. But they are directionally weaker than the rest of us because they had the earlier trades. See what ET does here. I don't remember what ET does here. Do not remember. Thinking about trading, maybe? Spent a lot of time in draft, so I was wondering if ET was thinking about trading here. And I check, I have a set on 3, which is nice, right? It's nice to have that set on 3 in case I need to or want to use it to clean anybody up. I still don't feel comfortable at this phase with setting in with the 20 to kill someone, because really the juiciest person to kill would be white, yellow, or red, and I don't feel good about knowing where all of yellow is, right? I only see 2, likely a third yellow stack being here or here. So here, the other yellow stack. So I only see 3 stacks of yellow. And then they set anyway, which makes them not worth killing. Obviously not worth killing. They put a lot of material in the south there. And what do we see them do? Spend half their turn in draft, really thinking hard. Really thinking hard. Now the sets are at 25. Hits off the 15. That's it. Fortifies back to the larger territory that can see better. Smart play by them. I suspect somebody's hiding in this little nook, trading with yellow there. Red's not going to trade. I'm feeling good, so no point for me to trade here, right? 44 troops, 47 troops on 4 cards. I'm not overly concerned about that. I felt good enough that I don't need to set here. I don't need to set. I can hang tight. Thinking about where to add. What do we do for an attack? We move up so we get a little better vision of that northern part of the board. We find another yellow stack and we reconfirm that orange still has a stack somewhere in here as well. That's always good. Remember, I do have a set. Chances are I'm going to use it next turn, right? You're not gonna, if you have a set, you're not gonna hold 5 cards at this point in the game. If I hold 5 cards, I get eaten for sure. See what black does here. They just take a card and pass. Just take a card and pass. Then we got orange. Likely gonna do the same, right? Probably makes sense for everyone to still just take a card and pass. Then once people are sitting on 4 cards, they're gonna start trading. There might be some fireworks. Again, I'm just being patient here. Just being patient. Trying to not overextend, trying to not feed a kill. ET sets, because ET does not want to be sitting on 5 cards either, right? So you'll see yellow and white both set on 4, because they didn't want to be sitting on 5 cards. And they were the weaker ones anyway, right? So if they're sitting on 5 cards, they're done for. Now, white probably has at least 60 troops for 2 cards, not worth killing, right? Yellow's probably got 50 to 60 troops for 2 cards, not worth killing. Takes a look. Just making sure, I'm assuming ET here is just making sure they have good visibility on the board. What do we see yellow do? Yellow obviously doesn't have cards here. So they're just going to take a card and pass. Thinking a lot though. They're thinking, am I going to get killed? Where do I need to be to avoid death? I think that's what they're thinking. We'll see what they end up doing. I don't recall exactly what they do here. Still in draft. At this point, I started to worry that they were botting out. I actually started to worry that they were going to bot out. So I click. I see, are they still there? Are they still there? Yes, they are still there. They were just thinking, right? They come up. They take a peek. They see, okay, orange is there. Cool. Cool. Red sets. Red sets, and we've got a bunch of people on 4 cards. Do we see fireworks? Do we see fireworks here? One attack. Second attack. Taking a lot of time with his attacks though, right? 2 attacks, but stays there. Says, okay, I'm done. I definitely set, not sitting on 5 cards. Definitely not sitting on 5 cards. So I distribute. You'll see here I put a little more weight on the one in Ireland, so that if I want to go for red at any point, I have a larger stack there. Oh, maybe I don't. Thought I did. Silly me. I don't put much weight there because I figure I don't have enough. I'm not going to smack. Oh, that's what it was. I figured, like if I go for red, it's going to be after I have a set. So then I would just put most of it from that set there. Hit off the 15 up to try to get vision of a couple more territories there on the north side of the board. See another orange stack, which I knew was there already, and I knew yellow was there. So I didn't really learn anything new with that play. And then we see, what does black do here? They're going to set if they have cards, right? I got the Joker, so I was pretty happy about that. Sitting there with the Joker. Pretty happy about that. Black making multiple attacks, right? They made 2. They made 2, but just that. And they didn't trade. So either they didn't have cards or they didn't think they needed cards. But now they're looking real juicy, right? You got black on 5 cards. Somebody wants to kill them. You can see what orange is doing here. Orange is adding 2 locations that are next to black. Are they going to be able to kill him? Are they going for the kill on black? Let's see. They're hitting somebody. They just lost 5 troops, right? Orange is hitting somebody. And black it is. Black says oops. Black says oops early on. Orange is running. Orange hooks around there, hits him. Sits now, goes, Orange realizes they messed up. I do the face, because that's a feed. So who knows where the rest of black is? And I'm thinking, oh man, ET's going to run away with this game now, right? ET's got to know. ET's got to know. Where is the other black? Not over here, not up here. Orange saw all of that. Got to be down here, right? ET's got to know. He's been down here all game, so he's got to know. And he gets 5 cards, trades in, then he can kill somebody else. Probably yellow at that point, right? He's thinking. He's thinking hard. Spending a lot of his turn in draft. He's a fast player, so he can afford to do that, but spending a lot of his turn in draft. Too much of his turn in draft. Look at it. He's only got like 5 seconds left. I don't know if he was having a glitch moment or something or what, but he just barely gets a card. So I don't know if that was like a glitch that he was dealing with. He didn't mention anything after the game, or if he was just thinking and he decided, nah, I'm not going to go for black. I don't know where black is. Then you see yellow. Yellow must know where black is, right? I don't know. If black is down here, then yellow knows because he's been there the whole time. You see that 14 hit something. Hit something, probably somewhere between a 5 and a 10 stack. I say well played, so yellow gets that kill, immediately sets in, right? They go after white now. White's the only one with 3 cards. Probably the only one really worth going after. Or do they just sit? If I were them, I would just sit, right? Sit for a turn. Maybe hope you have a set on 3 next turn and then go from there. So a little banana juice. Got a free kill from the feed by orange. And that's what happens, right? ET unfortunately wasn't able to capitalize on it. I was too late in the turn order to be able to do anything about it. If red had fed somebody's kill, then I win it, right? It's just kind of like who's in front of you in the turn order and do they feed you a kill? Unfortunately for me, red didn't feed me that kill, so I didn't get it. But well played by yellow. They kept black down tucked in this corner, and nobody knew where they were. That's good strategy. Red just takes card, chilling. Nobody's got sets now until potentially white. So we're all just gonna take a card. Because nobody's killable. Nobody's killable right now. So I believe I moved to the portal this turn. I might not. I might not, but I thought I did. I thought I did. No, I don't. I hit one of orange because I had it in my head that I was going to kill orange at some point, right? So I just wanted to make sure I could see all of them. Yellow's got a big stack over there. I think in hindsight, I should have hit this one in the middle of the map, this red one. Because then I would have had a territory mostly bisecting the east side of the board from north to south. And I think that would have clogged things up and made it harder for others to run around and make kills. Yeah, and orange has that idea intelligently and sits there, right? ET sets. 55 the sets are at. Who does he kill, right? He's got to go for somebody. And very unlikely a highly skilled player like ET feeds a kill. Although I don't see a lot of white, right? So does he have a lot of positions? Or is he pretty blind to a lot of what's going on the board and he's guessing? Still spending a lot of time in draft. Still spending a lot of time in draft. Add some there. Added some to a huge stack elsewhere that I couldn't see. We see him attacking multiple times. He comes up. It's out of there. Who's he hitting? He's hitting orange. ET's hitting orange. ET's hitting orange, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if he ran out of time or if he realized he didn't have him. But what ends up happening is yellow does have a set on 3. And they saw that, right? They saw that orange just got smacked a little bit. So yellow's going to hunt after orange for 3 cards, right? Probably. And because orange got the other kill, got a big set, and then had this big set, this kill doesn't leave them all that weak. See that? There, you see a 42 stack there. So you see yellow has like over 100 troops right now, right? So although they're going to be sitting on 4 cards, they've got a 47 stack, a 38 stack, 27. They've got about, 150 troops or something like that. So yes, they look attractive to kill on 4 cards. But can anyone get them? Can anyone get them? What do we see red do? Red does not set, right? Red doesn't have cards on 3. That's unlucky. You wish you did there if you were red. I just take a card. ET's probably fairly weak in this situation, but only being on one card is gonna help his case out, right? Only being on one card helps him out. I'm sitting here thinking, do I trade? Do I not trade? Do I trade? Do I not trade? I feel like I have to trade to not get eaten. And the mistake I make here is I play conservatively because I think, red won't set me in, right? Nobody's going to set me in here because I traded on 3. Nobody's going to set me in. So if I kill anybody, I'm sitting on 5 cards. So I don't know if it's necessarily a mistake, but I play conservatively. I distribute my stacks. I hang out. I don't take any kills. I'm just going to take a card and pass. And again, hope that somebody feeds a kill to me. I finally get some visibility to that part of the board. I see, okay, red's down there now. Good to know. Good to know. And I didn't know that. So if I had gone for that kill, chances are I would have failed it anyway, right? So not the worst idea to wait. ET's obviously just going to take a card and pass. They don't have enough material to kill anyone. They're just hoping to survive until they have 3 cards and can trade, I think, at this point. Yellow is looking in a real commanding position. Basically, if yellow has cards on 4, it's they're gonna choose who to kill, and if you were them, you'd choose red, right? So yellow can trade here if they have cards. Yep, they do. 70 troops, easily enough to take out red. Red probably has somewhere around 90 troops. Yellow already had like 150. So easy for yellow here. As long as they don't screw up pathing or not know where a piece of red is, they'll have it. But I'm just hoping they feed it, right? I'm hoping they feed it and somehow red doesn't have cards. It's looking pretty good for yellow right about now. They get the kill. That'll set them in. Who do they go after? Me or ET? ET's weaker than I am. I think everybody knows that because ET failed to kill and was earlier in the trading sequences than I. So ET's probably at least 30 troops weaker and has one more card. So if you're yellow, and I'm sitting there hoping, if you're yellow, you go after ET here. And I'm just hoping he fails the kill. I'm sitting here hoping that yellow fails the kill on white so that I could get it. So we'll see how this goes. He's hitting him good, hitting him good. Making steady progress. Starting to hope. He hits me out of there because he, might as well, right? Might as well. And you see ET gives the good game, indicating I'm dead, right? Okay, so I'm second place now. Yellow's on 4 cards. They just continue to hit me, of course, right? Because that's what you should do. They play that exactly perfectly. They just hit my stacks, and then all I can do, because I don't have cards, all I can do is run around the board, right? And hope that I weaken yellow and hope that they somehow fail to kill me. So you'll see here, all I do is kind of just frantically attack. All I do is just kind of frantically attack. I fail that. That's fine. We just run around, but it's probably pretty clear to all of you that this game is over at this point, and yellow actually gets a clean sweep. Yellow gets every single bounty once they clean me up. Yep, and I just continue to hit, because, you might as well at this point, right? Might as well continue to hit at this point. It doesn't really matter. I just hit him down to try to take down his territories. Hope that by some stroke of good luck he can't finish. And I say, good game, laughy face, well played. Because he got fed the game, right? He got fed the orange kill, or the black kill by orange, or the orange kill by black, I forget. He got fed that, and then he got fed another kill. He got fed the black kill by orange, and then he got fed the orange kill by white. And just like I said, right? Like these settings, this game came down to feeds. And it's just I didn't get the feed, right? Yellow got the feed. And that's what happens sometimes. Could I have been more aggressive? Maybe. Do I think it would have mattered? I don't think so. I don't think there was a great opportunity for me regardless. So see here, yellow finishes it off, and that's the game. I will friend request everybody after this, because I had a good time playing. Just an unfortunate ending, but I do get 10 points. That'll bring me up to 95 points total in the tournament, which I do not think will be enough to get me to round 9. I really don't. I think it's maybe enough to end up on the wait lists, but I think I needed at least a 15-point game, if not 20, to get all the way up on the board. So that might be the end of the tournament there for me. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content so you can continue to learn this lovely game along with me. Adios.